What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Love and Marriage DC Season 1 Reunion Part 2. So, look, we pick up where we left off with Winter still going at it with the Silvers and the Tylers about the rumors and what receipts she has and whether she's going to tell her receipts or not. Now, I still didn't follow this whole situation with her and her friend and the Silvers, but from what I gather, some dude that she's currently dating or at that time was dating said that he had dirt on them and he was feeding the dirt that he had on them to her for her to use on the show. And so that's why Quicksilver was so pissed off, and he was calling, I want to be clear, he never called Winter a bitch. Excuse me. He was talking about Winter's friend, and he was clear about that. So all these people that's going off on Twitter and stuff, trying to make it seem like he called that woman out her name, he never did. Now, he talked about the dude, but that's fine. Now, Winter said that's not who she got the information from. Winter said that she got the information from people coming into her DMs, and she said that she had text messages, she had pictures, and she had other records that would prove these things to be true. Now, Ashley's thing is, why would you take part in trying to destroy a marriage, especially after what you went through in your marriage? Why would you do that? Now, her thing was, the reason why she wasn't sharing the receipts was because she realized that people were sending her stuff for the purposes of her, for her to put it out there, for her to be messy, yada, yada, yada. But I said this from the beginning, and Quick was like, then why bring it up at all? Jamie said the same thing, and I feel the same way. If you were going, my thing is this, if you really, truly wanted, and you were concerned about people out here trying to spread the drama, spread the rumors or whatever, then you go to them one-on-one outside of the cameras and you never bring it up on camera. Do you realize how much stuff is done behind closed doors on these reality shows? For as much that comes out, there's a whole lot that's never said. And I feel like if you really were trying to, like, be, sister girl and, well, let me tell you what's out there in these streets, it should have never come on camera. And for you to insinuate that you have proof, but you won't show the proof, my thing is, you might as well put the proof out there now, because you didn't already put everything else out there. And for you to now say, oh, well, I don't think this is the appropriate time or place, and I don't want to be a party to breaking up a marriage, yada, yada, yada. Well, girl, you done already did. If they're married, and Quick said something, I love what Quick said. Quick was like, reality TV does not break up marriages. If a marriage is strong and it has a strong foundation, it does not break up a marriage. And I can agree with that on a lot of levels. I feel like it might expose a bad marriage. It may expose weaknesses in marriages and relationships, but it does not destroy them if you guys do what you're supposed to do within your marriage. And like Chris said on Real Housewives of Potomac, if everything that was said is true, that could have broken up their marriage. Monique allegedly was cheating on him. Allegedly, their son may not have been their son. All those rumors were out there. And whatever they did, they handled it behind closed doors, but they never let us see how that may have affected them in that moment. Chris said that after the selfie situation, when they had the little event at the selfie spot, they reached out to Winter off away from the cameras, privately, to say, listen, that's not what we're here for. Like, we're not here to break up marriages. We're not here to spread rumors. We're not here to put out rumors and talk about infidelity. Like, we're not here for that. And she was like, well, and she said something along the lines of, well, if I had known or something. And Ashley was like, why did somebody have to tell you not to spread a rumor? Like, why did somebody have to tell you not to put a rumor out there about somebody's marriage? Which, again, I agree. Now, the Silvers were like, listen, as far as cheating rumors go, we've heard it all. Like, been there, done that. Like we're not new to this. My husband is a public figure in this area, very, very popular. Every time somebody see him in a club next to a woman, they out there talking about he cheating. She said sometimes I might be 20 feet away, but somebody puts a picture out there too of him standing next to a woman. She was like, he might be out here pouring a drink in somebody's mouth. I pour drinks in people's mouths. He may be dancing. Well, she didn't say dancing. But anyway, but the point is, this isn't new. So if somebody, she said anything short of my husband in bed, butt ass naked with another woman, it don't none of that matters. Like we done been there, we done done that, and Quick was like, if we was gonna fold over rumors, we'd have been done. Like we would have been done. So I don't know. At the end of the day, Winter did apologize. Well, no, Carlos asked Monique, "Do you think Winter likes this?" And Monique was like, "Yeah, I do. I think she likes the drama. I think she likes the mess. I think she does. Because if she didn't, why would she continue to push it and perpetuate it? Like if she didn't like it, why would she continue to engage in it? And they used the example of when she went on the nightcap with Carlos, and Carlos asked her about the rumors or whatever, and asked her, did she think the rumors were true? And Monique was like, all you had to say was no comment, or I don't speak on people's marriages, or I don't know. But you gave an answer. Well, I mean, I think that, basically she alluded to the fact that she think that the infidelity was true with Jamie and Urena. And she was like, you didn't have to answer it. You didn't have to say that, but you liked the drama. You liked all of that. And so you continue to put stuff out there. So anyway, ultimately, Winter apologized, and they said they don't accept her apology because she didn't apologize before, and then she turned around and does the same thing all over again, which I 100% understand. Don't apologize to me and then do the same thing you just apologized for, because that's a waste of energy for everybody involved. Anyway, okay, so then we have this whole thing with Jamie and Urena, and this got very uncomfortable as I was watching it. Urena got to talking about the challenge of, she said, our story is different because early on in our marriage, both of us worked a 9 to 5, and we were raising our kids, and we had a son with a disability, and a lot of that fell on me because Jamie could go out with his friends. Jamie could do these things, but I had a young child. She was talking about him being 2 and having to get him on the bus and learning Braille so she could help him with his homework and all those different things that she did. And Jamie got upset because Jamie felt like she was negating what he did. And it was almost as if she wasn't giving him credit for what he did. And he was like, so I never did anything? Like, I didn't, I was putting, there was a time when I was going to work and coming right back home and putting him on the bus and getting him, on the bus for school. Like, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any of that. And she was like, I'm not saying you didn't do anything. But I was talking about when they were kids. I'm talking about when he was like 2 or 3. And she said, she was like, you didn't go to school meetings. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You could go out with your friends, and I was at home with the kids. And Jamie, the one thing I'm going to say, and y'all know I like Jamie. I really do. But listen, I got to be honest. Jamie does not want anything negative out there. He doesn't want anything bad to be said. He doesn't want anything negative to be said. And listen, number one, ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's marriage is perfect. Nobody's relationship is perfect. Nobody's friendship is perfect. Nobody is a perfect person. So you agreed to go on a reality show, which means that the good, the bad, and the ugly is going to come out. Urena is speaking her truth. And what you can't do, you can't tell somebody what their truth is. Now, y'all were talking about 2 totally different time periods. So her point of view is valid and your point of view is valid. Because you're talking about when he was in elementary school. She's talking about when he was an infant before he was even really in regular school. So those are 2 different things. Her saying, well, you never went to any meetings. Now, because I am in education and I understand that because Jason has a disability, there were regular meetings that had to be had, 504 meetings or IEP meetings and whatever paperwork he had, because he could have easily just had a 504 or maybe he had an IEP at one time. I don't know. But neither here nor there. That's a constant. That's constant, and that's all the time. If he was having challenges, if he was having problems, back to school night, parent teacher conference, like all these different things. And she's saying, listen, I bore the brunt of most of that. But here's the reality. Most mothers do. That's just a fact. And that's not every, and don't listen, don't nobody get my comments and talk about the men that do it, because I ain't saying men don't do. But Monique, a lot of times, and women pick up the brunt of it. They just do. That's just a fact. And Ashley brought up a good point. Ashley was like, fathers get credit for being fathers. The bar is set so low for fathers that if they take their kids to the mall, oh, he's such a good dad. If they take their kids, out for pizza, oh, he's such a great dad. But if it's a mother, then that's the expectation. There are no kudos for the mother being the mother, because that's what they're supposed. That's the expectation. And Monique said, because Jamie's thing is, why do we keep bringing up old stuff? Like, why do we keep bringing up old stuff? And listen, you can tell that Monique and Ashley have been through some therapy, child. Because Ashley was like, there's a difference between getting over something and getting through something. And a lot of times people get over stuff and they move on, but they never dealt with it and they never got through it. And those are two different things, and those are valid. And I think in the case of Jamie and Urena keeps bringing things up because these things bother her and she hasn't processed through them. And for her, there's been no resolution or acknowledgement or closure. Whereas with Jamie, his thing is, it happened, it's over, it's done. That's 20 years ago. Why are we bringing it up? That's 10 years ago. Why are we bringing it up? That's 5 years ago. Why are we bringing it up? But I'm bringing it up because obviously it still bothers me. I'm still in that space. And until we process it, until we deal with it, it's going to be a problem. So they went on break and Jamie was still upset and he, addressed Urena, and, his thing is, why are you doing this on TV? Like, and again, I feel like it was about him feeling embarrassed, him feeling ambushed, feeling like he was thrown under the bus. And he was like, you keep pushing me for TV, you keep pushing me for television, and it ain't going to end up pretty. And I was like, you know what? As much as I like Jamie and Urena, they may just need to bow out. Because I don't think Jamie is in a space to accept the scrutiny and the critiques that come with this. Again, I don't think he wants to be seen as not being perfect. I don't think he wants the cracks to show. He just wants to present this idea of their marriage. And I don't think he wants anything else out there. And that's just not the reality of reality TV. Like, you cannot always control the narrative. Just like you don't control the edit, you can't always control the narrative. And like I said, I like them. Y'all know I like them. I've made no bones about the fact that I like them. But, Jamie... Listen, Urena has her truth. And I think if they could sit down and maybe go through therapy privately, they don't have to do it on the show, but let Urena tell her story. And Jamie, you need to honestly hear her and accept that that's her reality. Because my reality, my perception is my reality. Anyway, so then they brought the boys out. Jamie and Jamie Jr. or Lil Jamie, I think he's a third, Lil Jamie and Jason. So, they talked about Jason being popular, and he was like, yep, I know, I feel like, and his, Twitter and stuff, he said he's still looking for a girlfriend. Carlos said he might be able to help him out. I said, Lord, you don't want nobody Carlos gonna hook you up with, boy. I don't know about that one. He's still trying to get out the house. He's working through the Doors program, and he still has some things that he has to work through before he's ready to get into independent living, which is a good thing because it sounds like they're getting him ready for that, for the independent living piece of it. Jason said that his court case is still pending, so he really couldn't get too much into that. But he's been doing a lot better. Seeing himself on the show, he said that and Urena said she told him, listen, people are gonna be looking. People are going to be looking for what you're doing, looking at what you're doing. People are going to be scrutinizing, waiting for you to screw up. And he said that he's been doing really well. He's on the straight and narrow, and he has, a positive outlook on his case, and hopefully he won't have to do any jail time. So we're just gonna keep it positive, you know. And then, you know, they just sort of wrapped it up, you know. They talked about the opportunity and different things. We found out that everybody having sex, which that was just TMI for me. I didn't need to know about nobody having sex. I don't care about none of them and they sex life. If you want to know the truth of the matter, I just don't. I mean, I'm happy for them, I guess. Yeah, I mean that was pretty much it. I feel like they're gonna get a season two. I think they're gonna get a season two. Something came up about, you know, they were joking about a group trip, but I feel like if we get a season two, we definitely gonna get a group trip. Um, but I feel like we're gonna get a season two. I don't know what the ratings look like. I'm not one of those people that watches the ratings and stuff. But I mean, Love and Marriage, Bell Collective, Love and Marriage. Like I feel like all of them got a chance to at least have a second season. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later, and it's a wrap. Season one, it's over. Peace.